Yeah.
Explain, mate. What was you just talking about?
Well, I reckon what we should do is we should frame the whole floor, like when you do your decking, so we'll make a box round, a support bar going through the middle, just out of some 2x4 or some 2x2 wood, and then we can place a bit of MDF board, a ply board, straight on top of that, screw it into the bit of wood around the side, then
just build it off from that.
Flatbed, literally flatbed the whole back of the car, build it off that, and then you can build the cupboards off that.
Yeah.
The bit up the side, some drawers coming out, the sub will go, you just cut your hole ready, and then you put your sub in once it's in, and then it's all out the way, it's all tucked away, have your wires going under the false floor, so they're not going to be in the way of anything.
Sounds like a good idea.
So
as Dodge was just explaining, here's the old carpet, there's a spare tyre. Sometimes you think it's stupid, you take the spare tyre out and you think, oh, you're going to need that. Yes, I might, but I could not really give a fuck. So, I've got the second battery. That is not how it's going to look, that's just wired in place because I'm testing it. So the car has 2 batteries in it at the moment. There's there's the first false floor, and then Dodge was saying there's a frame in it, out of what wood he's got there. I'm going to frame it all first, build the floor, because like I said, we're going to have it going all round, all the shelving all round with the bits on top. Wood that's going to come up and over with like a see-through Pyrex bit that says TTP in the middle. And the sub will be centralised to about here. So it will sit around here. It's not going to be dead in the middle of here, which would be more ideal, but then it's just going to be off. Mind you, it wouldn't look too bad off centre a bit, because then you got this fucking whole space here, haven't you? So it's not that bad.
No, you can put still time it fits in there. You've got to remember the sub's like this big, but then only in the middle of it's going to go down. So you could have that bit pushed up against there, or like there maybe. Yeah. And that's pressed, like the middle bit going about there.
And then we could square off there and have a hatch that opens up that we can put all cloth, you know, whatever and stuff like that.
Put some little hinges on.
But yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So to go there, guys, in this video, we're gonna start structuring out the back of the car, getting it ready. Yep, still kind of messing around at the moment, just looking at an idea of kind of centralising the sub into the floor, but yeah, let's get in there slowly.
No.
Right, so what we're doing at the moment is got this wood from a bunch of pallets from Shana's work. We robbed them. So what we're going to do is, as you've seen, I've done here, I've not screwed it all in yet. I've screwed this one in, but I've got a piece coming there, piece running along there. I'm going to be doing the same that side, putting a bit around the spare tyre area as well, because that's where the sub's going to be going into, and I want to make sure that the whole bottom is reinforced as much as I can. So I'm going to get this done, do that either side, run one right across the back, to which when we'll be grabbing loads of the pallet floors, and if I can squeeze one in here, these will be cut to shape to fit all around the body, and then these will be right next to each other, and so on, all screwed in, so then you've just got one perfectly flat, level, solid, you know, false floor. I've done it with this wood, one, because it's quite thick and sturdy, 2, it's a nice colour, you're not going to see most of it, but the bits you will, it will look quite smart, and also it's free, so you can't really argue with that. So I'm going to go ahead, finish doing the sides, and then I'll show you what I'm doing next. Progress, right, yeah, so far, fucking knackered. Ignore the wood that I've built there. It looks crap, but you're not going to see it. It was already cut, that's why we used it. So look inside. So like I said, yeah, ignore that, it looks crap, but it was already cut out of the previous boxes I had there. But we've got the outside screwed in. This is what I was explaining before, that's going across. We've built this frame inside for the sub to sit into. So now the sub will be dropped straight in like that. So it doesn't look it because where the spare tyre wheel is offset, but if you look at the sub, it is right in the centre of the car. So the sub is going to sit there, and that's where it's going to be. No, okay. So that's where the sub is going to be. So we screwed it in each the 3 of those corners, and then we made struts here, so it's nice and solid in. Now this wood, when I put it over, obviously I can't really show you, but piece is going to be there, next piece, and then it will go across to here. It will start again there, follow it all the way back, and then I'll come back and do small bits, stopping it all around here. The reason why I'm doing that is because I needed this a lower level than the actual floor, because a Pyrex square bit of plastic is going straight over the sub in a nice circle. So one, the sub's protected because we're having all the equipment inside. Two, as well, there'll be LED lights that I'm going to reflect off the sub onto the Pyrex plastic or glass, depends which one I go for, probably plastic because it's 10 times cheaper. So you have nice blue lights reflecting off the sub. It's protected, and also I've done it in where the spare tyre is because I like my sound system, so I wanted to make sure I kept that in the new boot build, but I didn't want it where it's going to take a hell of a lot of space in the car. So where it's there, it's in the floor, it's out the way, you don't need to worry about it, and then I've allowed myself a hell of a lot more space to fit in the more important stuff. So this is where we're at the moment. Time, what's the time now? Scott, what's the time?
Time is 25 past 3.
It's 25 past 3. We've been out here working on the car since, including, waxing it, everything like that, since about 10 this morning. So it's taken a bit longer than I thought, but it is getting there slowly. So things to do next: start cutting down all the wood. Measure each side first, cut down all the wood, and start getting that on the floor. And I'll show you when I'm halfway through doing that. Right, guys. So let's get back here to this heap of mess. So looking at the back of building it so far, what I'm going to start off by doing first is get the battery sat here where I've marked it to go. I'm going to put this side of the wood, and there'll be another bit of wood to clamp it in or screw the battery in. I'm going to get that screwed in, and then over on that side just there, so if you can see the square there anyway, that's where the amplifier is going to go. I'm going to get both of those two screwed in now. And the reason I'm doing this all beforehand, which you could probably guess anyway, because it's a hell of a lot easier just to get all the main components and the electrics, such as like I'm cutting these out and I have all the electrics out ready for the new speakers to go in. So plan is to get all of that done first, to which then I can build all the wood over, cover it all up, and it's just 10 times easier, because if I've done all the wood floor and then try putting all the wires through, it's just going to be a nightmare and probably end up looking like a heap of shit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Dude, it's not straight. So, I'm going to put one there, and the same two on the other side, one there and one there. So, that's the battery screwed in there. Like I said, 2 screws that side and 2 screws that side. It's a bit of give or take if that will hold. It would definitely hold, but there's going to be another piece of wood going in there, clamping it, because it's going to provide some extra support. And this will be boxed up over to go in with the shelves that are going over the side, like I've mentioned before. And then I'll be cutting this out to grab that speaker, pull the wiring through, because this speaker is going to be pulled out about this far away. I'd say probably about 10 inches away from there, and that wiring is going to be used because the 6x9 will be going there. Same as the other side, into the side of the paneling that I bring out to here. So battery's in there. I'm going to go ahead to this side and stick the amplifier here. So a little update. That's the amplifier in. I screwed it there, and there. I'm just about to do this one. So as you can see, in the side down there, and there, and then there will be another one going in here. If you can see the yellow foam here, if you are wondering, some of you who've done subs before might know, but if you are wondering why I've done this here, so it can dampen the vibration, because with some amplifiers, if they're not screwed in tight enough or secured well enough, they tend to vibrate and give a horrible sound when you're trying to listen to your music. It doesn't sound nice at all. So I've got that underneath there just to kind of provide a bit of vibration dampness. So I'm going to go put the last screw in, and then I'll show you what this is looking like so far. It's not looking great because it's just all woodwork, but hopefully as you see it come together, you'll understand the reason why I'm doing all of this. So so that's how far we got today. We managed to get the sideboards in either side. I still need to kind of insulate everything, which I'll get some expanding foam by taking this speaker back out and doing it. Seal up all the sides, and then I can wood the rest of it. Start getting the struts over the amplifier and the battery. Still need to do the ones behind. Thank you, Brendan, for the help.
No worries, mate.
But yeah, so that's what it's looking like so far. But we'll catch back up with you in a bit. Right, so I've gone mad, sealed it all in as best I can. Sorry, I'm ill, blocked nose and a fucking sore as fuck throat at the moment. I've then painted it all just to protect it, because we're going to have a lot of products and stuff. I don't want any water leaking down and sitting on there, so I've got bathroom paint that I've all painted all inside. So yeah, that's all sealed in, and on to the next step.